Hi, this is Casey Golomsky for Museums and Public Memory. This is visual essay number 7 on the Museum of Jurassic Technology in Culver City, California. I visited the Museum of Jurassic Technology in May 2007 with two of my close friends. The museum is highly inconspicuous. It's located in a small concrete building with errant spray-painted graffiti next to a magnanimous Hare Krishna temple on Venice Boulevard, part of the greater Los Angeles area. The surreal nature of descending upon the museum through this unique form of transnational religion is, to me, interestingly, an appropriate entree to the museum. Two unique spaces that are provocatively experiential and sensorial in image, media, and collective enterprise. In this essay, I'll elucidate my experience of moving through the museum, talking about a couple exhibits. It's an interesting museum. One believes they're being duped. The museum feigns fantasy illusion, and yet many of the detailed and complex exhibitionary practices suggest truth, reality, history, and objectivity. One enters the museum through a small and crowded gift shop. Porcelain plates, books, pencils, t-shirts, and other items line terraced wooden platforms. They're all plastered with enigmatic quotes that are mysterious and compelling. When I first encountered the gift shop space, I was taken aback, thinking the museum was sort of a religious institution or a modern cult akin to Scientology, which is relatively present in the urban landscape of Southern California. One exhibit of interest to anthropologists is on the second floor of the museum, entitled Fairly Safely Venture, Cats' Cradles and Their Venerable Collectors, documenting Papuan girls' hand string tying games as recorded by Kathleen Haddon, daughter of British naturalist and oceanic ethnologist A.C. Haddon. Kathleen accompanied her father on these ethnographic exhibitions where she became intimately connected to young girls on the islands. These girls taught her complex types of string games akin to American's cat's cradle. The exhibition practices for the string games are didactic, stimulating, and hypnotizing. One gazes into a glass box onto an open book, supposedly the transcribed field notes and journals of Kathleen, depicting the intricacies of finger movements, string loops, and associated songs, poetry, and chants that young girls speak while practicing. Projected onto the book is a holographic image of hands performing the feats outlined in the text. There are approximately 10 to 15 of these glass boxes, and the viewer is surrounded in a dimly lit room by reflections and refractions of ghostly hands and soft shrill sounds of supposed Papuan girls' voices. The Soviet Space Dogs Room is audacious in its color palette and exhibition space. It's titled The Lives of Perfect Creatures and supposedly documents the USSR space program initiatives and experiments of sending small dogs into space on early satellite and rocket deployments to test the feasibility of sustaining humans in orbit. The room is wallpapered in a bright fuchsia tapestry, and vivid oil paintings of small dogs are hung in opulent gold frames at uniform height and length. Short textual placards here explain the nature and history of the program. It was here that I encountered an independent tour group that was conversing about truth and reality of the exhibition and museum itself. Throughout the space, I remember people making comments like, "This all seems so real," and expressed varying narrative stances and ontologies of disbelief, as anthropologist Janet McIntosh similarly elucidates for white Kenyans' experiential encounters with the African occult. The museum evokes an atmosphere of a library archive come funhouse, blurring the bounds of, but also effectively hyphenating the discourses of science and fiction, and making for a thought-provoking and sensorially charged experience overall.